So the team behind the project Let Me Think, our director Chad Sehek and our producer Santida Pope is here with us. So please welcome them on stage.
Hello everyone, my name is Seha. I'm the director of Let Me Think, and here is my beautiful producer, T Dapper. Yes. Let Me Think is a story that too personal to me about losing connection with my family since I was a kid. But I write a story for female protagonist because it's also connected to my sister-in-law who left her hometown at very young age. And her age should have been receiving an education, but instead of her parents' conflict, like financial pressures and environment of her living among the bar workers, she decided to work there eventually. And when I met her last year, like she changed a lot, but not only her parents, but also like her mindset. And she told me that like a lot of pressure that she got from people around her about the job, like judging and shaming her simply. And as a brother, I really hurt to see that happen to my sister. And you already know that women is like human being. They have human rights as men. And therefore they have to respect safety and freedom to choose their own life by themselves. And I always have a question that like, how do you feel if it happened to your sister? And how do you feel? And are you hurt? And do you want to see it happen to your sister again and again? And then I personally write a story about Nita return to her village after 10 years away, and only to discover that her mother no longer remember her due to a pregnancy. And during Pyongyang, like a holiday, Khmer holiday traditional, and like a lot of people keep talking about like visiting their hometown, and their pressure pushes Nita to like look at her old family photos, emotionally cry, and her boss call her to work. But like it is a holiday for her, and she refuses it. Her boss get mad, and the story follow Nita to like a countryside, and like at first her mother not recognize her like as a daughter, and then like she pretend as a stranger to help her mother like taking care of the cow and showers for the cow, and then her clothes get dirty. After seeing that, Soklip as her mother like provide some old clothes of her daughters to Nita, and then after like seeing the old clothes and she clean the makeup, her mother remember her and recognize her as a daughter. And at the end of the film, like Soklip asked like her to stay longer, but her boss call her to work. If she doesn't go to work, she will lose that job. And like so visually I use like more practical lights from the stick and in order to make more colorful, and I also use like practical lights in her room in order to make her world like darkness, loneliness and quiet moments for her world. And also use like more style shot in order to show her emotion, like put more pressures. And in the countryside, like I use the cow for like my represent my village as well, in order like all people keep the cows for make a part of making rice, and use the mirror to reflect like all the memories for all both of them, like recognize each others by the mirrors, and like use more ambient sound and natural lights in order to make and push Nita to remember to feel like it is her home, it is her old world. So now I give a chance to my producer to tell how we make the film happen and why she is here with me today.
All right, thank you, Seha. So, hello everyone, I'm Chidapper, the producer of Let Me Think. Well, for me, as a female producer, I saw how Seha portrayed his previous film with a female protagonist. I actually feel the authentic of womanhood in his film. But I'm not just support him as a friend. I really want to produce this film. I even resigned my job 10 days before I come here because they not allow me. That's how serious I am about this film. It personally related to me. I grew up as a rebellious daughter in the family. I always feel isolated and constantly accused with my parents. 4 years ago, I had a big fight with my dad through the phone call. I said something to him which I never did to say before, and after that I didn't contact him for 3 months. Not until I heard he was seriously sick. In his final moment, I watched him passing away in front of me, all I could remember was how much he cared for me, and I carry the guilt for the word I said. That's why Nita represents the voice of my younger self who's searching for direction and longing to reconnect with my parent. And how we gonna make this film? Our film supported by the incredible women lead team in our country, as they are very inspiring female filmmakers. And thanks to my director previous achievement, we got in kind support with lighting equipment from Black Box Studio. And the remaining budget that we still need is the reason why we are standing here. And as we believe with Purin Hub and everyone that resonates with our film will gonna make it alive. And if we could not make it, we feel that we could not reconnect with our family and friends who believe in this vision. I know you have many projects to consider, but I would like you to take a moment and sing. Let me sing. We are here and we are ready to make it happen. So I would like to pass the floor back to my director.
Yes, like due to me and my family, like are not close with each other so long time, and we never talk with each other. We never show our personality and our life and our feeling, how we feel together so long time because of like we lost connection when I was kid. And even right now, like I see a lot of participants that they got message from their family, how are you? But for me, no, I have nothing from them. And like that's why I find that film is the only way that I can tell my story, my personal story, what I feel, and when they watch my film. So if I don't make film, I will not find a way to reconnect with my families again, and that's why I come here in order to get opportunity to make my film happen this year. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the pitch. Now on to our team of juries for question and answer.
Two questions. One is you mentioned that that your protagonist is female, and it's also partially inspired by your sister. My first question is, how involved is your sister in this project? And my second question is related to how did you decide the gender of the two? So let's say you have a female woman that is going back to visit her mother. How did you decide whether that she was going to visit the mother, not a father, or let's say the reverse, a son visiting a mother? Like, how do you decide on the gender of the child and the parent, and why do you think this is the right combination for this story?
Yes, like even though like it is my personal story, but like my sister also like have similar story as me as well. Like she lost like her parents divorced, and then I lost only connection, and then I can't go anywhere like without my parents or without relative or without supporting. But when I look at her life like so hard, and she find a way to survive by herself without her dad and her mom, because like her dad and her mom like they took another new wife or new husband, so they don't care about her anymore. That's why I want to to write about her story, like because it like she's more harder than me. That's why I take my sister to be a female protagonist to in order to meet my story and my sister's story as well. And one more question.
It was about how did you decide it's like girl or boy or girl boy? You chose girl and girl, like daughter and mother. Why not daughter and father?
Like because at the first I lost connection with my mother. So when I lost connection with my mother, I never talked with each other so long time. But I chose the female characters because I like my sister lost connection with her father, and that's why we mix our personal story in order with one story. Yes, that's why I put it together in order to make more connected with each other. Yep.
Could you choose one particular moment in the story that you think is so important to the story, and how could it help to tell the story that you want to deliver? Just one particular moment in the story.
About like when she goes back to home and then her mother no remember her because like she lost memory with each other so long time, and then she doesn't she isn't recognize like she's her daughter, but a moment like because of the clothes, because of her mask on the face, like when she clean the makeup, she remember that and recognize her as the daughter. Yes.
Okay, I believe that's all the time we have for the question and answer. So thank you very much, our team at Let Me Think. Thank you very much.